Kitty patootie. Good. Good job. Good job. Good dog. Let's go. Very good. Easy does it. Oh, birds. Oh, birds. She gets going too fast. I'm just turning on her. There's birds. She was more excited about the birds than she did about the dog, honestly. So anytime she gets, I'll show you how far she gets here. Anytime she gets about there, that's too far. So I'm just going to turn around. Let me see if I can keep my feet. That's too far. Good. So I'm just turning around anytime she goes too far. Too far. She also starts going the wrong speed. Really common. So the dog gets a little ahead of you. I'm not touching the leash, it just is attached to me. When the dog gets ahead of you, they start picking up the pace for some reason. Like, every when they're still on the leash. So basically anytime she goes a little further ahead, I just turn around to show her. Good girl. Like, that she's not going to get anywhere further by going that far ahead of me. This is really difficult to do with a stroller. It's really hard to train your dog to walk on leash while you're pushing a stroller. Because you need some freedom of movement. Especially positive reinforcement. I'm not putting that corrective collar on her or anything, so. So we need to be able to show her with our body language. I just have her on the collar here too. I know you said that she walks better on the harness, so I wanted to proof her for the collar so that you're not using the harness just so I can confirm that she actually knows how to walk on leash. She's not just finding the harness aversive when it pulls to the side. God. So I'm just using the liver treats. Hey. Sit. Good. I like an auto sit when we stop. I think it's polite. I can see another dog over there. It looks like it's a mastiff though, so I think we might just avoid. Let's go. Because it's off leash. Just in case it's not super friendly. These are the kind of decisions I make when I have a dog. Me. She's doing quite nicely here. She's working pretty well for the liver treats. I just ran out, but I usually am using cheese for her if we're going to a busy place. This is pretty quiet. So I found that cheese was really motivating for her if you haven't used it yet. And I'll just cut it into tiny little pieces so they're not consuming a ton of dairy. It's high fat, but her weight's fine. She feels fine. So, yeah, nice little walking. That dog barking us was pretty exciting, but she's young, and I thought her reaction was pretty measured. She didn't try to lunge or bark. A little too far. Good girl. Oh, a little too far. Good girl. She's kind of a good girl. She's kind of on the edge there. And then she made the decision to slow down, which is great. Which is what we like. Good. I always wonder if people watch these long training videos of me walking their dog. Pretty boring. You probably get the idea in the first 10 minutes. Probably the first minute. Good girl. There we go. There we go. Good girl. Nice. That was a nice check-in. When I see the dog catch their own pace, so she was going to go ahead, and then she was like, I think I might slow down. Yeah, good. She just did it again. Good girl. I'm feeding her like a little behind me, just because she tends to forge ahead a little bit. I don't know, I haven't seen very many dogs out tonight. Just that one off leash I managed to get on video. I'm pretty pumped about. A little too far. There we go. Good girl. Good girl. Good dog. So once the dog gets the hang of the, like you're turning, and every time she goes ahead, you're stopping her forward movement. Oh. Once I get the hang of that, I will start to use a little bit of leash pressure, like this, really lightly, to tell them they're going too fast. Just as a reminder, like, hey, slow down. I'm still here. Hey. I don't do that until their leash walking is really good. So, because I never want to be jerking the leash. I'm just like, to communicate with them, I just add a little pressure just to be like, hey, you're going like a little too fast here. and that's sort of like a polishing stage, not a training stage. She's not quite there, but she's pretty close.